phone is on. Hey, everybody, give me a second. Make sure your phone is on data, Howie, and that you do not use the internet. I got to turn my Wi-Fi off on my phone. There we go. Hey, everybody. I really hope this doesn't buffer. Let me just try and get some more light on me here. How are you, everybody? Oh, Christ. It was supposed to be simple. It was, yeah, I'm sitting low again. You'll notice. Hang on, let me see if I can move this just a little bit. If you notice, I'm sitting low. You know why I'm sitting low in my chair. Let me see. Is that better? I want to be more central on the page here. Hey, everybody, if you want me to say hi, please say hi first so that I will have you in the participants. Oh my God, what a day. What a day. What did you do? Oh, I'm sorry, Donna. I know I accidentally shut off the other live stream. Hi. Let me just check something here. Okay. So, no, it's not that today life sucks. It's just that it ran a whole lot longer than I thought it was going to. And please excuse my hair. And I'm gonna roll me. Oh, where is it? Where's my turbine pin? It just keeps coming. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? But we're going to sit for a nice long stream for as long as anybody wants to hang out, or at least for an hour. Okay. Did I put it in the jar? My purse. There's my notebook. I was making my list. Do you know my brand new chair, guys? Broke. $137. Broke. Right out from under me during my patrons live stream yesterday. Oh, for the love of Pete, where is my turbine? Excuse me. That'll do. It's going to be a little bit bigger too. All right, let me say hi. And I have to work while I'm here too. Let me say hi to Amy Buato, Angie Mack, Barb Davis, Betty Randall, Booze, Cruz, Seashell, Charlie R. Donald, Dylan, Joanne Hellenbrand, Simwa, Mama's Reborn Pumpkin Patch, Skippy Jones, Suburban Hillbilly, Tanya Watson, T. Gooding, Ninja Clan, Chaos, Vicky Lemire. Wow. How's it going, everybody? How's it going? Now, let me just make sure I'm on live chat. Gotta blow my nose. So, today here in Canada was Canada Day. And true to my word, I did not celebrate. I did not. Oh, no. All right. Excuse me. There's something I have to do here. Oh, no, I bent it. Scheisenheimer. So this weekend is race weekend, as you all know. And thank you. And so Howie took the coach, being today he had off. He took the coach. Oh, that's perfect. And the race car to the track. And He took the coach and the race car to the track, and I followed him in the truck to bring him back. But on the way back, I found a strawberry stand. So I'm going to be sitting here because these were the last, and some of them aren't that pretty. So I'm going to be working on them. But I have to medicate here, folks. So, and then we ended up going shopping because everything in Quebec was open. Grocery store down here, the grocery store was open. So, of course, I didn't take my list. You know what that means? It means I bought stuff I wasn't supposed to and didn't get what I needed. But anyway, so we did that. And hey, T. Gooding, I did choose to have a small celebration for Canada Day, but no family visit or fireworks. I have no car to visit family, and my dog is terrified of fireworks. I just gave her a Benadryl. Yeah, fireworks. Like when we went to my nephew's one year, our nephew on Howie's side, Mikey and Amanda's for Canada Day. Before they lit off all the fireworks, they said, you know, if you got dogs, please put them in your trailer, put them in your house, put them in your tent, whatever the case may be, because we're going to do fireworks. So it was like dogs were welcome as long as you just contained them, like made sure they were okay during the fireworks. Strawberries. So I'm not going to the track this weekend. Well, I am, but I'm just not going all weekend. Howie's working tomorrow, and then he's coming home. Yeah, he's got to come home and take his car, get his regular driving car, but he's got to come home and get his change of clothes and all that stuff, or whatever it is he's going to do. And then he's going to go out to the track. And Briar is working here this weekend, so I'm going to drive him to and from. But on Saturday morning, I hope that everyone is doing well. I've had a migraine all day, but I missed the live chat. Well, sweetheart, I hope you're drinking lots of water. Oh, do you know what I found at the Maxi, the grocery store in Hull? I found garlic sauce in a squeeze bottle. I bought 3 of the bloody things because that's the first time I've ever seen it. Bev, I don't know if you got my message, but I got the bee headband. Mahalo. Thank you so much. I will take a picture and post it soon. Oh, I'm glad, sweetheart. I'm glad. I mean, you just made me think of you, eh? And I bought it, and I've worn it a couple of times, but it was like, it's not really me, right? So anyway, I gotta turn my fan up. So, and then we stopped and got strawberries. We stopped and got groceries. Howie stopped and got a shawarma. And there was something we had to do on the way home. But anyway, we had to stop and get gas and all that stuff. So I'm a little bit late, and I'm really sorry. But I might be moving these live streams to this time of day anyway, except on Sunday, like Thursday nights to like 7 o'clock and Sundays at 4, or I mean, we'll figure it out as we go along. You know what I mean? So what else? Strawberries, garlic sauce. I have an appointment for an internal ultrasound tomorrow, and I wasn't going to go. And then I realized that I can actually feel that things are not going well down there. It's nothing pressing. It's probably just fibroids, right? That'll have to be removed, which will piss me off because I asked the gynecologist when they removed my ovaries to take my uterus because it was just going to get nasty in there if they didn't. No, we won't take a healthy uterus. So anyway, hey, Vicky Lemire. Hi, Lori. It's going in the mail tomorrow. We are in terrible heat wave in Washington State. 111 degrees in Washington State. Oh my goodness. Wow. Hey, Bourbon. How are you, darling? Dad died 25 years ago tomorrow. His favorite holiday was Independence Day, which would be Sunday. That's the anniversary of his memorial service as well. I miss the dad I never had. I miss my dad every day. I am so sorry for your loss. And you know what? My dad died in 2000, and I miss him every day. You know what I mean? So tomorrow I have an appointment, and I've been avoiding going to the hospital or any medical facilities whatsoever. But, you know, I've had some issues with this pain over the last 10 years, 9 years now, because they took my ovaries in 2012. And 6 months after they took my ovaries, I started developing problems with my uterus. So, like Howie says, unless if I don't get it checked out, then I've no one to blame but myself if things go south, right? Here's hoping. This is what I'm claiming, that it's just some fibroids and that they're going to be able to do surgery laparoscopically. That's what the best I can hope for. Nature's art. Hi, dear. Is a record heat wave. Oh, yeah, but climate change is not real, right? Just saying. Anyway, so tomorrow I have an appointment in Gatineau at 2:30. And then I come home and I will be making strawberry jam because these strawberries have to go in the fridge tonight, or like they're going to be cleaned right now. And then get down in there. Fine. You know what? Just get over here. There we go. And then when I get home, I'm going to make strawberry jam. And then Saturday morning, Howie's going to come home, like he's going to come from the track, and he's going to pick me and Briar up. He's going to drop Briar off at work, and he's going to take me to the track for the entire day, right up to like 8 o'clock Saturday night. And then he's going to bring me back. We'll pick up Briar on the way, and we'll come home, and then he'll drive the coach home on Sunday. It hasn't been this hot in over 200 years. I know. There is so much. Come on, guys. We know what's going on, right? Anybody who is awakened, you know what I mean? And when I say awakened, I don't mean you're dumb and you're asleep, but anybody, this has been going on. This has been an actual campaign for the last over 100 years. This has been a campaign, right? Be Soylent Green. Oh, land is too precious for private ownership, and they'll herd us all into the cities, and yeah, whatever, right? It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be, and the best we can do is and the darkness that is causing this stuff. Anyway, I got to roll this and take a puff because I'm in a lot of pain from running around because I couldn't medicate and drive, so I had to wait until I came home, which is, the responsible adult thing to do. But it's meant me being without much medication for the entire day. So, 1,200 years. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Nature's Art. So, I mean, like I said, it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. And there is not a lot we can do about it except let the universe know that the shit that's going on, nobody's pulling any wool over our eyes anymore. That's what I mean by awake, right? Nobody's pulling any wool over our eyes, right? We know what's happening. But the time for screaming the sky is falling is past because nobody listened. So we're just going to have to ride it out, and be the ones that can put up an umbrella of love and light for those who finally wake up too suddenly and go, what's going on? Right? So let me just, oh my gosh, I'm recording at night. Oh, by the way, for any of the Reading with Beverly Wolfe folks, I just recorded the last 4 chapters of Anne of Windy Poplars and the first 5 chapters of Anne's House of Dreams is already recorded. So once I've finished editing these 4 chapters, I will be moving on to Grandy's Gift. I will let the beginnings of the Anne's House of Dreams. I will release them once Anne of Windy Poplars. Happy Thursday. I love your channel. Thank you, Jason Rivera. Is there, keep on grinding until it's flat. Is anybody here new or from who's come over from TikTok? I didn't post anything in TikTok. I just didn't have time, and I need to smoke this wonderful God-given herbal medication. Oh yeah, the frogs. You should. Howie recorded them last night. He couldn't do it with his, like he did it with his phone, but there was no picture because it was night. But all the male gray frogs are in the sides of my pool, like 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them going, breep, 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 right? Breep. And how old are you, Jason? Thank you. So they use my pool as an amphitheater. And I've had people go, don't let them, oh my God, they're going to lay eggs in your pool. No, they're not. They're not going to lay eggs in my pool. They just use my pool to amplify their voice, right? And then the girls call them back and they go and meet the girls and they do their business. But they're not stupid. They're not going to lay eggs in a chlorinated pool. They just sit on the side of the pool and on the steps and use it like, yeah, baby, here I come. All right, one last thing. I need my fan. Oh, thank you, Nature's Art. Okay, Jason, when you say you got into your daddy cigs, I wasn't sure if you were a teenager or not, and I was going to, Monica, hi. I know, it's starting to die. I'm going to see if I can iron them out and put them on the dehydrator and then iron them in wax paper over and over again and make a fan out of them. Wouldn't that be awesome? But there's more where that came from. So, hey, Joanne, how are you? Under pressure. Hi, Paula. Okay, here we go. And then I got to start working on strawberries. All right. Okay. And Freaky Friday tomorrow. Patrons. Tomorrow, Freaky Friday. Oh, I better put this piece of paper towel on the bottom here because this is my, this is where I'm going to put my garbage. It's compostable stuff. Freaky Friday tomorrow isn't going to be until about 9:30. And so he's working until 9. That makes more sense. So, Suburban Hillbilly, don't have time for any more social media. I've got a garden and severe insomnia and husband working from home full time. That doesn't touch the surface, but you all have a lot going on too. Oh yeah. I haven't even been in my garden since I haven't been in my garden in over a week because I'm terrified. It's a jungle. It really is. But it looks pretty good. But Mary Cook, if you're here, thank you for the seeds and the sewing needles. It's all going to come in handy because you sent me spinach and I have none. And some of my beds have failed, so I'm going to plant more. So that's, awesome, right? Like my beets, I only got 3 or 4 beets coming up. So I'm going to throw some beans in that bed. You know what I mean? Hey, Lotus 319 and Kel Storm, Jean Phillips. Long time no see. Haven't been able to make lives. How you been? Well, the lives are here now, sweetheart. The only lives that are on our half acre homestead are for patrons, right? And as soon as I as soon as this gets 4,000 views and I can verify this channel, do you know what I realized too? Any income I earn from this channel is going to be on a whole different thing. I'm going to have to do. I may have to try and contact them and say, because once you start a channel with one email, you can't change it. So it's like a brand new channel. I'm going to have to do all the stuff over again. But that's also a good thing because it will help me with people who ask me how to start channels. Some people want to know how to start channels. Thank you, Barb Davis. It's been legal here a couple of years anyway, but I've been legal since 2013, 12 or 13, because I was I was legalized medical. And Howie was my legalized grower. Now, has anybody seen the video about soaking your strawberries in vinegar water and watching the worms come off? I didn't have time for that. I just I put the strawberries in the strainer and I just poured a whole bunch of white vinegar over it and then sprayed it down with cold water. So hopefully that's as clean as my strawberries need to be. Subscribe to my channel for inspirational quotes. Well, thank you. But you won't be able to put your chant. Are you talking about TikTok or YouTube? But, you know, that's considered almost spamming. I really would appreciate it if you would ask permission before you start before you start asking for people to go over to your channel. Okay. I have medical now, but I can grow my own. Yeah. I'm in Colorado. We've been legal for a long time now. I know. The problem with the U.S. and legal marijuana is they need to legalize it federally. You know what I mean? They need to legalize it federally because at any given time, the president or the federal government can decide to shut you all down. You know what I mean? YouTube. What do you mean you lost everything, honey? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Wow. Well, I mean, you know what, Jason? We've been talking about this. Oh, I should have an apron on. We've been talking about this for quite some time. And we've all agreed, some of these are pretty mushy. Ugh, no, I'm not doing that one. We've all kind of agreed that falling apart and falling together can feel very similar, right? Like, yeah, my YouTube income has dropped to 1/3 of its highest day. And I just took that as a sign that I had to make some changes in my life, that I was being given time to reflect and find out what I wanted to do next. Wish we could share pics in chat. I'm growing my whole garden inside. Well, why don't you share them on Respectful Hearts, the Facebook page, our Facebook page. It's a private page, and it's a place for inspiration, love, support, fun, jokes, but, you know, nothing racist or off color or anything like that. I mean, it's a safe place for us to be without getting in arguments on the internet. You know what I mean? Wow, that's a weird looking strawberry. They cut my soaping channel since I retired. Really? Well, you know what I noticed? I've gone back through some of my old videos and they've made them unsuitable for advertising. And it's like, wait a second, just randomly. So now I have to go through all my videos and check them for monetization. This could be part of the reason I've lost so much money. right? But I mean, money isn't necessarily the answer anyway. As long as I'm making enough to pay the bills that I have committed to pay, the bills that I committed my income to, as long as I'm making enough to pay those two bills, I'm fine. No, it's not Connected Hearts, honey. It's Respectful Hearts. Connected Hearts doesn't exist anymore. There is Respectful Hearts, the Facebook page, and if you want, I will put, let me just get this down here. Let me find it for you. If things go pixely or for a minute, that is because I am using my internet. Yeah, my internet isn't that great. Okay. Paste. Wait, you mean you stopped uploading videos so they took your content away? Oh, that was the nasty one. Really? Doris, hi. Just popping in to say hi. I'm doing good, just busy and tired. Love you all. Oh, well, that's good to hear, Doris, because I worry about you. You often seem really overwhelmed. So thank you for telling us that. Let me go check. Dang it, I'm not on Facebook enough. Well, you see, I post some things on Facebook, but not very often. The only things I really post are in the Respectful Heart Facebook page because it's the only place I feel safe, right? Except today, I posted my orange shirt. Who's guarding the chat? Nobody. Nobody. On what page? On this one, you mean? I'm guarding the chat. There's only 88 of us here. And I'm sure if somebody's an idiot, then I will tell, I will be told. And oy. F11, there we go. Hey, Molka, you made it. How are you, darling? So there will be another chat on another live on Sunday. But now that there's like 89 people here, I want to ask, would you prefer it at 4 o'clock or later? I know Stephen Seafeld would, but then he comes into, gotta go. Hubby is getting home from work after 12-hour shift, so I have to fix supper. Love you, sweetheart. All right. Mwah. Take care, Barb. I guess she meant who's moderating. Yeah. Hey, Mama Cat. Nobody's moderating. I'm moderating. Nobody. So it's all good. Hey, Kay's Corner. How are you, darling? Yeah, we can get them. No problem. Suburban Hillbilly. Jason Rivera. I don't have energy to fight assholes. Change my comment from husband to grandma. Wait a minute. What? What are you talking about? Wait a second. What did I do? Suburban Hillbilly. What happened here? I didn't even see your comments. Okay. See, that's the difference. We can grow year round, but some things you grow in the summer we can't. No winter break. One thing after another. I got a neck injected and trigger point injections. Hubby is having a total left shoulder replacement July 13th. Hi, Cal. Bev. I'm camping out tonight. Had a great fire and pork chops. Don't have time for any more social media. I've got a garden, severe insomnia, and grandma working from home. Husband working from home. Yeah, I get it. I get it, honey. I always miss the others. Okay, well, maybe I will do, one at 4 on Sundays. And maybe on Thursday nights, I will do 7. How's it going, Mama Cat? Yeah, I mean, this is the time now. Remember I said we don't have the energy anymore to try and convince people that the sky is falling? Well, what's happening right now is we are going through, remember we talked about this huge paradigm shift that's happening across the realms, right? Which means all across time. Time doesn't have lines, by the way. We just call it time and put it up in measurements so we can use it. Okay, for people. It's just a math organizational thing. But time really doesn't have any lines. It neither goes forward nor backward. It is. So anything that happens ripples across multiple realms, zillions of them, right? Hey, Aces, how's it going? So what's happening is people who were assholes or people who are toxic, you're going to notice them becoming more toxic. And people that you always felt a kinship for, maybe, or you resonated with when they spoke, those people are becoming more clear in their mission in life, like my mission in life, right? I've got to live. I'm going to go through all the motions of doing this life and following all the rules and all that crap. But guess what? My mission now in life is to spread light and love and to remind people that darkness needs us to feed it. But light is constantly filling in us when we reach out to our faith, right? Celestine Prophecy Books is great for understanding shifting vibrations. Oh, I've heard of that. So I've been talking for years, Nature. But the thing is I didn't understand what it was. I had a glimmer of it back in 1989 is when I felt the first big vibration. And I've been kind of ignoring it for a long time. I put away my tarot cards. I put away my crystals. I put away everything because I wasn't sure what track I was supposed to be on. So I put it all away and I waited for the next shift or the next vibrational thing. And it's been coming for months. And once I unlocked the blockage, that was the toxicity that I was allowing into my life from the bitch factory and from, family members and people I thought that were friends and all these things. Once that toxicity began to reveal itself because it's becoming more toxic, I was able to go, oh, I don't need to ride that garbage truck all the way to the dump to know where it's going. You feel me? So, I just stuck my thumb in a mushy strawberry. You're doing a great job, Bev, at spreading the light and love. Oh, Paula, I'm trying. So sorry, Case Corner. I lost my mom in May, and it's not easy. You're in my thoughts and prayers. And that's why we come here, right, Paula? Is we come to lift each other up. I mean, come on, guys. Who has been with me for more than 5 years? Can you put up a hand or say me if you've been with me for more than 5 years? Because anybody who's been with me for more than 5 years is going to recognize the change that has been coming about. I mean, there was a lot of upheaval and chaos for like 2 years. Everything from me and my mother-in-law having a knockdown, drag out, bitch fight. First one and only one we've ever had, right? To the pandemic, to all these things, creating diversions that took me longer to realize what I'm supposed to be doing, right? We are absolutely all here for each other. She was okay one day and gone 2 days later. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Kay. So, right. So the thing is people are going to remember that there was a time, okay? This has been a journey of my entire life, and I can see that now. Yes, it's been interspersed with life events, but this journey has been my entire life. My entire life. And I finally get it. I could have gotten here sooner, but I guess I am one of those people that has to bang her head off of every brick in the wall in front of me before I wake up and go around the friggin' thing. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? But if you guys remember me, my rants and stuff like that, like the toxicity, I used to allow the toxicity in and it overflowed and came out of me. And the thing about toxicity is we all have it. We all have little toxic points of our nature, but that's our business to work on, not anybody else's. Somebody else's toxic nature, that's for them to work on. And we can love them, but we can love them from over there. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, oh yeah, that's the frog, Malka. That's the first one at the pool. It's going to get really loud, which is why I'm not going to be able to record at night until after mating season. I have been longer than 5 years here as Tony G. Oh, hey, how's it going? And I am awake now. Got it. Yeah. So toxicity is a choice. You feel me? And we still do it sometimes. Like tonight or today when I was following along behind Howie, when I was heading for, I don't know, I was driving somewhere. And this person was holding up traffic dangerously slow. And I couldn't get around them. And they did it on purpose. And it was like, you know what? This is what drives people to make stupid moves, right? But then I realized, Bev, just breathe and look at something else, right? You really helped me work on that habit of focusing on the negative. I'm beaming more light now than ever. Oh, that's awesome, Kel. That's awesome, right? But so the thing is, and I don't know where I heard this, but you're going to get it in my words because I'm paraphrasing. Whenever we do okay, let's start with action and reaction, okay? Every time, now folks, I am not a guru. I am not a spiritual advisor. I am not a religious person in any way, shape, or form. I am not a professional in any way, shape, or form. I'm just sharing my experience, strength, and hope. Message received? Because this isn't, I don't want to argue with anybody about anything, right? I just don't have the energy. I have been with her for many years. First channel I ever subscribed to. Oh, God love you. I am finally quits with my ex narcissist. Oh, good for you, Malka. Now you got to start working on your light, okay? Because negativity is a choice. Now let me explain, okay? If something negative happens, somebody cuts you off, somebody is rude to you, or you know what I mean? Anything that would make you want to flip somebody off, okay? Find a way around it or through that moment. Take a breath and go, okay, because that's what the darkness wants. It wants us to respond to negativity with negativity because that's what feeds it. Do you feel me? We got the black dog and we have the dark wolf and the light wolf inside of us. Which one wins? The one you feed. Okay? So even a moment, there was a time when somebody cutting me off could ruin my day for 3 days. Now it's a matter of you at. Nobody was hurt. And if I had gone any further with that thought, right? If I had said, oh, okay, this guy's an asshole. He cut me off. He almost caused an accident. I got children in the car. He's got children in the car with no seatbelts on, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Now you're feeding on the negative yourself. All right? From somebody else's action, you choose to carry the negative. And if you carry it long enough, for an hour or a day or more, depending on how good you are at channeling your emotions, it stops becoming a negative emotion and becomes a negative attitude. And attitudes, like beliefs, are really difficult to change once you're entrenched in them. So if you have a negative moment, feel it. Okay? Recognize it as, yeah, I feel like crap. And then walk through it. How important is it? Ask yourself, take a breath and say, how important is it? And if you start going, well, he could have done this and could have done that and could have blah. No. Was anybody hurt? Is anybody dead? How important is it? Breathe and then walk through. Because the only way out of that moment is through. The only way out of any situation is to go through it and come out the other side. Right? And when you come out the other side, you've scraped off the negative and you've saved yourself from being trapped into an attitude, which becomes a personality trait, which becomes a part of who you are. Does that make sense? Yes, Bev, I realize this. I can regain my self-confidence and sense of self and fully intend to feel what it is to be treated kindly as I do the same. There you go, right? That's the attitude, sweetie. Bev, when you heal, you also heal 7 up and 7 down, past and present people in your lineage. Well, see, that's the thing, right? Do you remember the dream I had of my grandmother? You see, I never met either one of my grandmothers. But I had the dream that my mother sent me down the basement. Now, when my mother would send me, and she wasn't even in the dream, but I knew that I was being sent down the basement. Usually it was to get potatoes out of the bin, right? Bev, someone on here is being mean to Suburban Hillbilly. Who is it? Okay, just a minute. Okay, Tony G, what's going on? Oh, okay. So you've come back on as Julie B and you're awake now, but you're being negative and mean. Why? Because you should awake. And so which awake are you? Okay? Julie B, Tony G, which awake are you? Because if you're here to spread negativity, yes, I will block you. It's that simple. Why? Because it's my channel, right? Mine. I'm here with people that I care about. And you can be a part of that group, Tony G. Or you can choose to be negative enough that you be the thing that we have to go through to come out the other side. Is that your choice? And what's going on now with who is, so this Jason person has come in as somebody else? Karen awake. Well, Okay. So give me a second here, folks. Let me pop out the participants. It seems either Jason is not talking, nor is Julie B. So they must have left. If they pop up, okay, there we go. There we go. Bye-bye. Now there's one. I don't see Jason Rivera anywhere else. I don't see it. Maybe it's been removed. I don't see any Jason Rivera. Ah, there you are. Okay. I'm sorry. I have to take you. Okay. We just can't have, you know. See, the thing is, this is what I've been trying to talk about. No, I got it. It's all done. It's all done. Excuse me. Truth is, folks, excuse me. That's going to happen. And this is what's going to happen. People are going to call you crazy. Okay? And you're going to want to agree with them. If you are truly going through the awakening process, you may feel a little bit like you're going crazy. And the naysayers are going to make you feel like you're going crazy. But trust me, if your intent is love, if your intent is no harm, then you're not the crazy one ever. Do you understand? His messages were deleted. That's because I have removed him. Night. Hopefully Hillbilly comes back. I'm sorry I didn't get that on fast enough. I'm sorry I didn't get to that fast enough. Chaos, would you do me the honor of being a moderator, darling? You say you want to revel. Oh, wow. Am I ever off key? There is a great saying, unless they're paying your bills, pay those bitches no mind. They say you want a revolution. Well, you know. All right. Thank you, dear. Oh, wait a second. Don't move, anybody. All right. Okay, Chaos, go out and come back in, please. I got a little bit arrogant there, didn't I? We don't need no moderators, right? Well, apparently we do. You leaving, Jean? Where's Jean? Who's leaving, Jean or Kel? So those are people who were here before and came back just to be. Thank you, Chaos. You know what? It's okay. It's okay, Booze Cruise. Booze Cruise, for those who are watching the replay, how sad that you can't even have a live without moderators. Well, you know what? Consider us. That's what we are. Think about this. If we want to fight against negativity, all right? Fight's the wrong word. Language means everything. Words have power. So we don't want to fight negativity. We don't even want to see it. See, there's something else I learned about words having power. Okay? Strawberry fingers. I was explaining this to Howie tonight. Howie were talking about how it would be nice to win $1 million. Not 50 million, not 20 million, just $1 million. The $1 million would allow us to, well, of course it would clear our debt. We're nowhere friggin' even a tenth there, but it would allow us to clear our debt, fix this house up, and sell it for something that we want that is similar but has everything we need, right? Because I can't do stairs and there isn't enough acreage, right? If he wants to really build a shop and I really want to have an organic garden and all that stuff. Hey, Ann Lewis, how are you, darling? Night Revolution. Gotta love you and leave you as it's late here in UK. Hope you all have a lovely weekend. Thank you, darling. Night, night. So we were talking and I said, okay, we've been doing it wrong. We have been, wanting and needing. Let me tell you a little trick about how the universe works that I just found out. If you say you want something or you need something, it is telling the universe that you have a void, right? That you're not whole. Think about that. When you want or need something, it's because you're telling the universe you are not complete. And yet we are complete. We are whole. So instead of wanting, needing, and asking, we need to claim that stuff. So I'm not claiming $50 million. I'm claiming $1 million from the universe. Okay? I'm claiming $1 million from the universe. Let's put it this way. I am claiming health, wealth, and happiness. Period. Full stop. Why? Because I already have it. I just need to claim it in order for it to come. Does that make sense? It may be a little bit on the hard side to understand what I'm talking. Hey, Skippy. Night, Skippy. I didn't even see you. Heck, I'd be happy. Yeah, exactly. I'd settle for half that in cash. Absolutely. But the thing is, money necessarily isn't the answer, right? That's what I said earlier, right? But how we approach things, if you say you want something or you need something, right? Implying to the universe that you're not whole, okay? Then, I don't know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about, but I'm getting there, okay? And you're watching it. You're watching it happen. I got to move this up a little bit closer because my shoulder's hurting. I knew I shouldn't have bought a whole flat, but I'm going to make some strawberry jam, and then I'm going to make some fruit ice cream. But it's not really, it's more fruit than ice cream, right? Hey, Paula, how are you, darling? Hear the frogs coming out? Skippy Jones, are you leaving, darling? We love you. Mwah. So the whole point of, now I'm not saying be Pollyanna. I'm not saying ignore things that are making you angry or ignore things that are hurting you or pretending they're not there. That's not what accentuating the positive means. It means looking past whatever's in front of you, that brick wall. Stop banging your head off of it to see if it's going to give. Walk around, right? So, like, the negative people that just were here, what their opinion of what we're doing here, if it's negative, then they don't belong here. My channel, and it's not even rules. It's just courtesy, right? So, yeah, if you're going to be a dick, you're going to get treated like one, and you're going to get, tossed. Did you soak the strawberries before cutting them? No, I did not. I poured about 2 cups of white vinegar all over them, and then I rinsed them off with water. I didn't really have time to do it any other way. I don't get why the haters just can't control themselves, because, honey, it's their job. Think of it that way. All right. If we judge the haters, we're trying to get inside their head, or we're just trying to make an excuse for them. The truth is, it's their job. You got to remember, for every lover, there's a hater. For every light soul, there's a dark one. It's all about the balance. Okay? Nobody's going to win. The best we can do is have balance. But right now, we're fighting for balance because too many people have turned away from the light and we're living in a society that wants to blame everybody else for everything wrong, instead of taking accountability. We're not meant to be judges. That's right. Okay. We're not meant to be judges. You hear my frogs? That's one. There's another one coming in. It's not our job. Our job is to love. Our job is to love. And our job is to look forward to every wonderful thing that love will bring us. Okay? But love is not easy. Hating is easy. Negativity and anger is much easier than love. Right? But the truth is, love can dispel negativity or at least push it out of the way. And love feeds love. It's a constant circle like this. Like if you think of your body, if you imagine a trunk down your center like a core, right? This is, where the light of God's love can come in. And when I say God, I mean creator of everything, right? This is where the light of God's love can come in. And it's like a circle. As long as we accept it for the gift that it is, it'll always regenerate itself. Where negativity is a bottomless hole or a bottomless well. Have you ever tried to fill up something that's bottomless? They can't, because their negativity, the energy they get from their negativity is short-lived, and it's like an addiction. They need more. So they will push out negativity, okay, to create more so they can feed off of it. And that's their job. And they have no other. This is what I'm telling you about this huge paradigm shift that we're in. All right? I'm not talking to the people that don't want to hear. I'm past that. I'm only talking to the people that want to hear, and that the messages I'm giving are resonating with. Right? Hard to find a beach to swim at on this side that is not too rough. It is a little windy today. Love the night music. Me too, Anne. Me too. And this is the way, and I'm going to tell you, this is the way the universe hears. When I was growing up, when we moved to Apsley, Ontario, from the age of 12 to 19, I heard the creek frogs, and they go beep, 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 beep. And they're the sweetest music to go to sleep to. And I've been saying for years, I miss the frogs. Now, I wasn't specific. So God gave me frogs. He gave me tree frogs. And their song is different, but no less beautiful. I have found joy in so many things. And this is the beautiful thing about love, is it doesn't just breed more love. It breeds all things wonderful. Like waking up today and knowing that today was going to be a hard day for many people. So I put on my orange shirt and I looked to nature. And I saw that there is a bird nest in my soffit. There's a bird's nest in my greenhouse. There's a bird's nest in my gourd birdhouse. There's a bird nest up in the corner of this house, and there's a bird's nest on the other side of the barn. My house is surrounded by bird's nests. Do you know what that told me? And the singing of the frogs? It tells me that no matter what horrible things are going on, life is still going on. And it's all about choices. Hi, Timothy. How are you, darling? My goodness, finally done with the sweater and hat for the new baby. She's a C-section on the 7th. Oh, good job, Autumn. Good job. Miss Bev, I had a swimming pool in Florida that I let go. The frogs loved it. Very much enjoyed listening to them at night. Yeah, they're not good. They only come to my pool to use it as like a an amphitheater because everything sounds louder on the water. So they go into my pool because we don't use a lot of chlorine, only enough to keep the pool clean. And they go in my pool and they sit on the sidewall or on the stairs and they start singing their love songs. It's so wonderful. She's going to be fine. She's going to be fine. Big baby girl, I think. Yeah. The only problem with is I remember when the crash of 2008, and out in like places like Arizona and California, people were losing their homes and they had to go, and all the swimming pools were creating so many mosquitoes because they were just left and abandoned. Right? Hey, Hella House Paranormal. How's it going? Aces, I bought a kid's pool to make into a little frog pond and bird bath, still collecting rocks for it. You know what? I might do that because I was thinking I'd like a little pond. But I mean, I would like something a little deeper. But then I may not be living in this house to enjoy it because, you know, great things are coming. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm doing good. I started off with a bit sad today, and then I let nature cheer me up. So, I mean, I'm all good. It's all good. I'm sitting here wishing I had waited another week to do strawberries because then I could get, because everybody wants the first batch, right? Aces, I'm as cheap as Ebenezer Scrooge with just a better personality. I eventually replaced the pool. Yeah. Better to hear nature than gunshots. In streets, some people must listen to. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I am a lucky woman, and you'll never hear me say otherwise. You'll never hear me say otherwise. So Saturday, I'm going, Howie's picking me up, me and Briar, taking Briar to work and taking me to the races for the day. So there's going to be some video of Papa racing because I feel bad because all you guys have got is Test and Tune, and I've already missed one race. We had the most fabulous day at Knott's Berry Farms yesterday. I tried a boysenberry for the first time. Well, this is from a berry farm, but it was the last flat. You know, the last flat of the day, eh? Gotta run. We'll check it later. Thank you, Bev. God bless y'all. Take care, Amy. Have a good rest, darling. Mwah. Oh, wonderful. Well, I'm not into picking berries. I mean, if they were going to be cheaper, but I said to Howie goes, you want to not pick, you know, I want to get them at the stand down the road. And I said, they're going to be cheaper at a berry farm than they are going to be at the stand down the road who bought them from the market in Ottawa and brought them up here. They're going to take their gas money out of that. So guaranteed that these strawberries I got were probably cheaper than the ones I would have gotten down the highway. Now I'm going to be doing this thing I saw on TikTok with frozen strawberries and bananas, and it's like a smoothie, but it's like an ice cream too. So, but Papa says, if the world goes to Scheisenheimer, we've got no strawberry jam in the pantry, so I'm on it. Are you seeing canning lids in the stores yet? Oh, God, they're everywhere. I mean, here in Canada, they are. Walmart and oh, gosh. Can I save this strawberry? Nope. Ugh. But you know what? I have a great compost heap. It's called the Ravine. That we're getting filled, you know, behind the house that we had some fill put in. I just get Howie to throw stuff down in there. It'll eventually build up soil. My grandmother makes everything boysenberry. I don't even know what a boysenberry is. Are you seeing? Oh. Howie has the right priorities. That's right. So, and I haven't made strawberry jam in a couple of years. So Our Half Acre Homestead's going to get a strawberry jam video and a strawberry banana ice cream video too. It's going to be real simple. Thank you to all who were concerned. I've been here for many years and I'm not going to entertain the trolls. No, and I'm sorry. Thank you, Seashell. There, we've got another moderator. I'm sorry that I was arrogant and said we didn't need a moderator, because that's what it's like. Whenever I get kicked in the butt every time I assume something or I'm arrogant. And that's exactly what happens. And it happened to you. And I'm sorry for that, Bourbon. Anytime you need cheering, I'm here. But dump. I'm glad to see you're back, Bourbon. Yes, we got rid of the trolls. And Seashell's here as moderator, and Utter Chaos is now a moderator too. So it's all good. It's all good. Well, I'm not even halfway through these strawberries, but I have to get them done because I have to go. Well, I could probably finish them in the morning, but they're really getting soft in spots. Some of them are getting really soft. Yeah, absolutely. What? What nature? What? Happy Canada Day, Helen. Today, my Canada Day, I did not celebrate. I appreciate and love my country, but not this year. It's not that I love my country, but for me, this was not a day to celebrate. This was a day when the whole country should have come together and embraced the mourning families, because graves are still being found. How is Dallas? I don't know, and that's a good question. I will be phoning her in the morning because I'm worried. I'm worried. I haven't heard from her in a bit. I haven't seen a post from her in a bit. Thank you, dearie. I expected to see more orange shirts when we were out, but I did see some, and that nature cheered me up. Absolutely. Thanks, but over drama. Love to all y'all that are real. Well, thank you, Bourbon. We can't change what happened, but we can certainly do better. Well, we can, for starters, we can acknowledge it, right? Like, I mean, I've heard white people being called colonizers, and it's not about skin tone. It's about attitude. Saying, well, this country was conquered just like many other countries were conquered. No, it wasn't. They entered into treaties and broke every one of them and systematically tried to destroy, almost accomplished destroying an entire race. I mean, the Spanish conquistadors killed the Mayans, right? So, I mean, there's a difference between conquering and wiping out. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I would have really liked to see, I haven't even turned on the TV to see if there's anything going on in Parliament Hill today. I am that afraid. Not afraid. I'm that. If I turn on the TV and I see fireworks and celebrations, I will be sad. But then again, I may find something that has been, I don't know. We'll see. It's my day. This is my way today. Right? Yeah. Yeah. It's all over North America. And yet, someone said, I said, when I come back, I want to be a Rastafarian. Well, I'm not coming back, by the way. I've already made that decision. But someone said, well, you couldn't be a Rastafarian because you're a woman and you're white. So I saw somebody interviewing an elder Rastafarian, and they said, can a Caucasian be a Rastafarian? And he said, basically said, what we believe is what we believe. But being a Rastafarian is not anything other than, well, no, what did he say? He said, my body temperature is 98.6. The Eskimo up at the Arctic Circle's body temperature is 98.6. No matter where we ended up, we all started in Ethiopia. And I went, you know why? Because there's only one race, the human race. Right? I watched a woman on TikTok. Someone asked her, would you marry somebody from another race? And she said, no. And a person who was duetting it went, and she said, I'd look pretty silly with an elephant for a husband, wouldn't I? I just about peed my pants. How was the homesteading interview? I don't know. It was an hour long. I had trouble with the streaming from my webcam, and then I had to go to the phone and all these other things, So I don't know. I'm waiting to hear. Who knows? Maybe our half-acre homestead will get another 100,000 people. Or maybe it wasn't what they expected and they don't want to use it. Who knows? I don't know. I got thank you and met a very nice person, and that was it. So, I mean, I'm FN Iroquois. Anyone that denies this fact is lying, being negative to push guilt, and it's not okay. I'm not sure I understand that statement. I mean, someone asked me if I was Indigenous, and I said yes. Because on my grandfather's side of my mother's family, about 3 generations back, 4 or 5 generations back. And on my mother's side of the family, my grandmother was a half-breed. And if you look at the pictures that I put on the interview with Aunt Audrey, I didn't put all my uncles and that in there, but if you look at Uncle Jim and Uncle Bill, you will see it. Because it was like having, my grandmother had like 12 or 13 children, depending on who you talk to. And half of them looked like me, English, very English. And the other half were dark and swarthy and had dark eyes and black hair. My Aunt Jane died at 80-some years old without a gray hair on her head. It just kind of went frizzy and a little bit orange on the ends, but she never had a gray hair. And that is a native trait. But nobody would talk about it. Why? Because it was a shameful thing. My great-grandmother apparently married a white man. And she was systematically shunned from her community. If back then, if an Indian man married a white woman and brought her into the family, that's different. But because natives are matriarchal, that if a woman leaves, that now this is no longer the case, but if a woman back then, if a woman left, okay, she gave up her matriarchal rights as a native. You know what I mean? My husband is Apache. We have Sanchez as a last name, and his people just trash us anyway. It's very sad. Yep. Oh, thank you, Carrie Ramsey. I said Native American historically actually starts in Russia, where they walked a land bridge to come here and take from other tribes. Also from the South America, all people have been nomadic colonizers. Yes, true. But there is no reason. You think about when this colonization of North America started. There was absolutely no reason for the systematic desecration. Do you know what Buffalo Bill did? Buffalo Bill told everybody, shoot as many buffaloes as you want, because they knew that was that was the prairie tribes' mainstay. So you want to wipe them out? They wiped out the buffalo. Almost wiped out the buffalo. I'm Irish, very white and such, so it's funny when I'm told I'm on the phone that I have to wait. My family is Hatfield. Wow. As in Hatfield and McCoy's? There's a story. But the thing is, does it really matter? Does it really matter? We are all one race. Where we ended up on the globe doesn't change the fact that we all came from the same place. My husband's previous generation parents were ashamed of being Indian, and that's really, really sad. Really, really sad. Because, you see, they didn't just try and wipe out all the natives, okay? All the indigenous people. No, they didn't go. They shoved them onto reserves and shoved them and shoved them and shoved them. And then decimated and made fun of and took their sacred things and made money off them. You know, they became costumes and all these things, but they wouldn't let them have their native dress or their native language or their native heritage. They wanted to wipe that clean and just took what they wanted to commercialize it for fun and profit. That's not colonizing, that's genocide. Right? And every treaty that they ever made in good faith was broken. Why? Because governments and structured religion, government, like politics, religion, world organizations, they're all corrupt at the top. At the bottom, maybe not so much. Maybe people still believe or have good ideas or good intentions. But the higher up you go, the more you justify, bending the rules. Okay, wait a second. My grandmother didn't have a birth certificate. So sad. Well, my Aunt Josie came from Newfoundland, and she didn't have a birth certificate. So when they came to Ontario, they registered her, but the birth certificate they gave her was for a newborn, and she was already 2 years old. Now, thank God not thank God, but my Aunt Josie has long since left this world and this realm. And but she, to the day she died, claimed the age that was on the birth certificate. Yes, his parents grew up on the reservations. They voluntarily left when they got married. Did that change anything for them? See, it's no longer about what has been done. Yes, it is about what has been done, and justice needs to be sought. Okay? Justice needs to be done. We need to bring those children home. Right? But today, from this point on, it's not about any one group of people whose needs are met over another. We got to look after everybody. Everybody who needs looking after. There are people out there who do not want to be looked after. There are people out there that live with blackness in their souls, and that's their job. Okay. Some souls are spotty, some are solid black, but they're out there, right? This is about us walking forward as the human race and saying no more. No more genocide. No more lies. No more inequality. No more treating another human being as if they were lesser than. That's our job. And we do it with love, and we do it with light, and we do it with a heart strengthened by the creator of all, right? And Christ. Because he gave us love. He gave us love. He gave us a way out of the Old Testament shit. But we don't do Bible stuff here, right? They told everyone they were from Spain. And how horrible that they had to disguise and be ashamed of who they were. Such proud, beautiful people that lived in harmony with the planet and all living things as God has intended us to. But we just rape and pillage as we go, right? So my grandfather's family left it and never went back. They're so controlling, it's insane. Well, we know what we got to do, right? So it's been an hour and 20 minutes, and I guess it's my bedtime. So listen, folks, I'm going to put these strawberries away. You know what? I might dehydrate some. Now, my hands are sticky. I'm just going to rinse them in my teacup. It's my tea. I'm the only one drinking it, right? Am I making something with those strawberries? You bet your fur I am. I'm going to be making strawberry jam. Oh, you were not supposed to be in there. I'm going to be making strawberry jam. And then I'm going to make some strawberry banana frozen treats. Yummy. Of course, I'm making jam. Like Howie said, that's not all Native American history. No, it's not. But it's a huge part of it, isn't it? The desecration of people. Think about this. The Crusades. Catholic Church. I'm not running the Catholic Church down. I'm just saying, the higher you go, you got to remember, you know what the biggest claim to fame that the Catholic Church has? Who can name it? Who can name it? That the biggest claim to fame of the Catholic Church. I'll give you a nickel for who gets it right first. You know, if we've got a good feed, I'm just going to continue. Catholic Church's claim to fame, hi, Carol McKinney, is it was founded by St. Peter, the Apostle. Okay? It was founded as the first Christian church in the world. And therein lies the problem. Christ had one message. Love. I died for you so you would get this message. Love. That's it. Everything else is hearsay. Everything else is hearsay. And man has been capitalizing on that ever since. The Crusades. They went over to Muslim countries to try and eradicate them. It started right then and there. Who civilized America? Hello all, just got to a hotel, gotta go. See ya, love ya. Mwah. Thank you for checking in, honey. I had to teach that Hawaii was a microcosm of what was going on in the rest of the world. In the Pacific, with the regards to imperialism, in the Pacific for resources and military bases, UK, US, German, and France. Hawaii is a great example, right? But, oh my God. Oh my God. I just felt all the anyway. Let us have a moment and smoke our piece. As the parrot, excuse me, I just got a bit of a message. Oh. Yeah, did you take one of these Arizona teas? The coach? Where are my cards here? Did you see your Joe Louis? Ah! Oh! Son of a bitch! That hurt. Oh. Oh. I just whacked my elbow into the corner of the dresser. Now, whacking your elbow's one thing, but when you're putting momentum of over 300 pounds behind it, it drove my upper arm up into my bad shoulder. And that really friggin' hurt. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. These cards have been cleansed. And I'm going to shuffle. Oh yeah, that's it's when it hurts right away like that and stays, it's going to be really bad tomorrow. So what we're going to do is I'm trying to work on more, but my phone is always on low storage. All right. That's okay, Malka. I am trying to get too much done, but guess what? They say a change is as good as a rest. And what we're asking is, are we on the right track with our love and light journey? Oh, that one just fell. Okay. Let's see if we get another one. I came back from vacation and I hit a wall and I was exhausted, but still a change is as good as a rest. And my mind was refreshed. My body may not have been. Wow, these two wanted to come. Okay, let's look at these cards. All right. All right. So, oh, there's 4 of them. So let's look at them this way. Are we on the right track? Now I've brought the book. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Can you read that? It says double mission. Remember what I said my mission was? I don't even have to look this up. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So that's a big yes. The second and third cards are going to be about what we can expect on the rest of this journey, or at least through on the way through. You know what I mean? How are we going to come out the other side? The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Now, this is really, really powerful. For the simple reason is I'm going to say, remember I said that the divisions, can you see the imagery here? That the division of light and dark is getting narrower, and the gray area is getting narrower and narrower. And we're going to be facing off with the darkness. So the crumbling is telling us, what are we holding on to that is no longer, remember me talking about scraping off toxicity. So what are you holding on to that is toxic that you need to unclog so that you can move more forward? Does that make sense? So that is the crumbling. I have to look up that word, Pleiades. Okay, this is now coming towards when we start realizing of what we need to keep and what we need to discard. What happens next? Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? That's another question. What are you holding on to? And when you figure that and you can let that go, why are you dimming your light just to fit in? We don't have a choice to fit in anymore. The great division is happening. The awakening is coming. And what are we, this is all about, are we on the right track, right? So when we've accepted the mission of uplifting humanity, we realize that what we are clinging to, the things that we no longer need, okay, to feed our light. The things that aren't here to feed our light, we just discard. And don't dim your light to fit in, because we're going to take a lot of heat for being light. And then take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. That was really awesome. Kathy Bowen wants to know if those are tarot cards. Why? Why, Kathy? They're not tarot cards. They're oracle cards. They're called Work Your Light oracle cards. They have a lot of kind of Illuminati symbolism on them and Mason symbolism on them. But I mean, I'm taking what I want and leaving the rest. I've already cleansed them. So these are more attuned to me now, right? And I would like to know why, because I really want to. So that was the general reading for today. Not that we're going to do them every day. Tarot cards, oracle cards. I so want to go visit warm waters. If I had to, I'd be by seashell in a minute. Me too. Those cards are spot on for today's many subjects and meanings. Okay, now let me put some people's mind at rest, because people are going to think that I'm a witch and that I'm not, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. Is a group of stars, aren't they? I think so. I'm going to look it up. These cards, folks, I don't need them. I don't need them. I don't need them to read for you. But they're like flashcards, okay? They're like flashcards for me, all right? I ask something, and then I use my intuition to tell me what the cards are triggering. The cards are there only to trigger my intuition, not to replace it. Do you understand? Does that make sense? They give us guidance. Absolutely. I'm missing a deck. I'm pretty sure it's in the coach. But then my coach eats things. These glasses have been missing for over 2 years. Wow, they don't even sit right on my face. These glasses have been missing for over 2 years. They turned up in the coach. Yes, my darlings, you're very handsome. Tell all the girls. Yes, you are. Some people believe they came from there. Monica Sherman, Miss Bev, that's how I live my life. Only take what you need and leave the rest. It's not so much take what you need. This is another. Remember, words have power. It's not necessarily take what you need. All right. It is work with what resonates. Taking implies that you don't have it already. Remember the words, right? We already have this intuition. We already have everything we need to spread light and love, the light and love of God. All right, the great spirit of all, the originator, source of everything, right? So it's not necessarily taking, because that implies going after something that doesn't belong to you. It's not take what you want and leave the rest. It's work with what resonates with you and leave the rest for what resonates for other people, right? Because if it resonates with you one way and me another and someone else another, maybe between all of us, we're getting the whole picture. Do you understand? We are all connected. It's that simple. You are opening a door that you don't want to open. Kathy Bowen? No, I'm not. I may have been opening or thinking of opening that door 18 years ago. But you, my darling, are operating from a place of fear. And fear has no place in faith. So if I use flashcards, kind of like a teacher might use flashcards to trigger an intuitive response, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And especially if the message is of love and harms none. I know where those doors are that you're talking about. And I've closed them systematically one by one over the last 18 years. Everything else, everything I do, everything I hear, everything I share comes from God, the source of all, including Christ. Okay? So if this frightens you, you may want to examine it. You may want to examine your feelings. Okay? But please don't try and impress your fear on me, because it's not there and never will be again. Does that make sense, Karen? And I understand, or Kathy, and if that worries you or it doesn't feel right for you, you are welcome to leave. And we will pray for you, because fear is never a good place to operate from, right? Right, exactly. When a relationship breaks, the pieces fall. Bring the things that makes you you. Bring the things. Bring the things. See, nothing really ever breaks. That's another thing. That's a negative word. These are all the things we have been programmed to see, to operate in fear, to operate in negativity. When something is broken, okay? No, it's not broken. It just no longer operated. Like, people come in waves. Relationships are not always, very rarely are relationships a lifetime thing, right? Some people come into our lives to teach us something. Some people come into our lives to bless us with something. But all people who come into our lives do so for a reason. But it doesn't mean they stay. When mission accomplished is mission accomplished, right? but I will miss closing prayers. There's a movie on. Okay, well, we're just about done. So then that's really sad because substances became his God instead of the light of and love of God himself, themself, itself, source. I don't even like using the word God because that smacks of naming. And source is source. It's everything. It's the beginning of everything, right? All right, let's take a nice deep breath. And for all those who care to, please help me close with a spiritual push of light and love to the rest of the world that couldn't be with us today. Use your own faith to fuel the light that we are going to push out to the world. If you don't feel comfortable with that, by all means, take care. God bless. And we will take it from here. All right. So you use your faith. No, you draw on your. That's a girl. Oh my God, it's a love match. Anyway, that's good, Monica. Absolutely. Right? I mean, there's no denying that I love my Arthur's father. Always have, always will. But he was not the man I was meant to spend the rest of my life with that I'm aware of. It was Howie. And Howie completes me. He completes me so that, God completes me more, right? I have all that. I just need to put more time and energy into it. Been working on grandbabies for a while. It's time for working on me and what I desire. Absolutely. Absolutely. Not desire. What brings you joy? My joy is color, right? All right, let's take, now that everybody's had their chance to leave, let's all take a nice deep breath. I'm going to turn the fan off so we can hear the frogs. Oh, I think she thinks she's got competition. Nice deep breath. Hello, source. Source of all. We come together again today in the light of your love. We have lifted each other up and we have shared. Thank you for the frogs, God. They're really a nice touch, and I'm really loving listening to their love song. But today has been a day of mixed emotions for many people around the world. Every day is a day of mixed emotions for people around the world. But there's a lot of people that are anxious and confused and afraid and in pain, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, Source. And we want to lift them up to you, lift them up through the cloud of darkness so that the sunshine of your love may pour down upon them, because they will be included in our umbrella of light. So God, please help us, fuel our light with the light of your love and joy and peace and harmony and acceptance for our fellow man, fellow human. And as we link hearts and link hands, and Source fills us with the light of his love, and we close our hands together and we create a closed circuit, and it starts to rev and circle more and more and more until the light is whipping around us and through us and in us till we can contain it no longer, and we push it out into a big, beautiful beam that that spreads out and drops like a beautiful iridescent soap bubble, protecting all those whose light is sharing with the world, and protecting those and looking after those and giving shelter to those who are having a hard time finding their light. But it also is bouncing off the negativity and making the dark souls scurry back from its power. Isn't that cool? Thank you, God. Amen. Namaste. Miigwech. Merry meet, merry part. Blessed be. Thank you. Yes, you too. Peace be with you. Go in light and love until we meet again on Sunday. Mwah! Take care. God bless. I love you guys. You know that, right? You know why? Because you're worth loving.